Good morning, friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to spend some time here at the chicken coop. You can see we have a lovely little pond here. We do not have ducks, we have chickens. And so we are going to try to fix this low-lying area that collects water when it rains, because shocking, it rained last night. We are in a period of lots of rain, which is great because the plants love it, but it does create a little bit of a muddy mess here. So we are going to tackle that today. I don't know if you can hear, but Jerry is on the small bobcat, and we're going to try to regrade this. Not going to put in, drainage pipes and all that kind of things. We're just going to try to see if we can regrade it so that it will work. I've got some pots that I need to redo. Lots of different things that are going to be happening up here. As is the life of Creekside, you never really know where the day is going to take us. So the main thing is to get rid of this water. So let me show you what we're talking about. You can see what he's doing is we've got this area that is just, it's a low spot. And so when it rains, it collects water right here. We have a French drain that is right here along the edge of the chicken coop underneath this gravel, so it doesn't go into the coop. That was last year's problem. And you can see already that what he's doing is, this is a low spot, this is a high spot. So he's gonna take, and you can see that the water's already starting to go and drain down here. So he's gonna regrade this so that when he comes, and we're gonna send it out through this way, because that is where the pine tree was that fell during Hurricane Helene that Jackson and Jerry took out, I don't know, a month or so ago. And so this is just the natural path for that low area to be. So he's just trying, there's a good hump right here, so he's working that to get that hump. So we just have a natural flow, and that will come down here into the garden, which of course these plants will love to have that water come through and be there. So that is what is happening there. So what I'm gonna do, just because I do not know how the day is going to go and what's gonna happen, I'm gonna set the camera up. We're gonna see how this turns out, and then we'll move on from there. My friends, we have gotten some great work done. I'll recap everything that we've done so far, but I just wanted to take a moment to show you how I am planting this hanging basket. We've used this pot quite a few times before. In fact, I love it so much that I ordered a couple of more. These are from H Potter, so I will try to remember to link them, but you can order them online from H Potter. Nice and big. This is the one that was just hanging on the edge of the chicken coop right behind me. It had the Goldilocks Rocks Bidens in it. And the Bidens for me are great for early spring, like they can take those cool temperatures, but once the real heat hits, they tend to stop blooming. And I want to have flowers in my heat of the rest of June, July, August, into September, really even into November, because what I am using will continue to flower all the way up through November until I get a very hard freeze. Did something like this last year and absolutely loved it. So we're just going to slightly tweak it. So I've already put some soil in here. I've got fertilizer in here. We're going to put a mangave here in the middle, and then we're going to surround it with the Mojave Yellow Portulaca. It is going to make quite the statement. Loves the sun. If they dry out some, there's not going to be the end of the world. They will be just fine. But I am using the black gold. This is actually the raised bed mix. I just had a little bit of that. We're going to do a little smorgasbord, because this is the ultra outdoor planting mix from black gold, and then I've got raised bed mix. What you got is what you got, y'all. It's fine. Absolutely could use like the Proven Winners potting soil. This is just what I had right here. So I'm going to do that little trick of taking the plants out of their pots, planting the pots, and putting them where I want them. Quickly, gently, easily, smoothly pull those pots out and then plop the plants in. So that way I don't have to worry about breaking my mangave or anything, because it's going to be nice and full in here. So just pay attention, watch, and then I will show you what it looks like when we're all done. It just about takes up the whole pot, y'all. Every portulaca for itself, huh? My friends, today's work here in the garden is complete. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and we got started here, I don't know, 8:30, I guess it was. And so it has been a full day's work up here. The sun has come out. It is North Carolina, late June. We've had tons of rain. I can imagine, hopefully you can imagine, the humidity level. It is quite high. So Jenny is in her fine glistening glory right now. But I want to take a minute and show you everything that we got done, right? Because it was a terrible mess when we got up here. And that's just gardening, right? Things change, land settles, water comes, it just happens. So let me show you what we have going on and how it looks, because it looks so much better here. What we used was it is a double hammered hardwood mulch. We actually got it in bulk from Daddy Pete, and so they brought a tractor trailer load of it to the nursery the other day, and so that is what we were using. But of course Jerry just took the little bobcat and using that bucket and just scraped out, and the big hump was right here, and so it got it, and as soon as he kind of quote broke the dam, the water just poured out. That is absolute just red mud clay sludge right now. It is so incredibly saturated. We're supposed to get more storms this afternoon. We're in that pattern of it is hot, the sun comes out, and then that's the perfect breeding ground for thunderstorms. And so it's probably going to take a while for this to dry out. Once this does dry up, which it will, because the rains will stop eventually, So once this dries completely out, then Jerry will be able to come back in here and grade it for me, get the lumps, get the bumps out, and so then I can plant. There is no way I'm even thinking about planting in this area. The main area that I do want to plant in though is right in here, and in the back, which the plants are not going to affect the drainage. In fact, the plants will actually benefit quite greatly from that because they'll get watered maybe more frequently than other plants because nothing up here is on irrigation. And so that is the situation. So that's just kind of in a holding pattern. We're putting a pin in it until the rains stop and it dries out, and he can smooth that out for me and make it plantable. So we brought the mulch right up to here where Brenna is sitting. Off to the side, we have a summer sweet. This is the, oh gosh, the vanilla. Something vanilla. It's a summer sweet, y'all. It is hot. My brain is not working. And then I planted a lilac here. So they are right on the edge of where Jerry scraped, and that is okay. Everything else is doing just fine. But yeah, having that nice mulch, and I don't know if the camera was picking up on it, but because you know, obviously Jerry was in the Bobcat. Jackson was in, that was my daddy's machine, and so they were trying to tag team it because the mulch is way up at production near the annex, so all that online shipping area, so that's, I mean, it's a good little distance. So they got both the machines and running the mulch up here. But because it's been so hot and we've had so much rain, as they were dumping the mulch, the steam was coming up. Jerry was having to use his windshield wiper on the Bobcat, but the steam was absolutely just coming off of this mulch. So not only was I working in the heat because of that, but I was also getting a sauna from the legs up from the mulch. But my gosh, y'all, it looks so good. And I've got Brenna on a leash here because we've got some visitors here at the house, and I don't need the German Shepherd going after the visitors. Come on, Jerry, come on. And so, yeah, so you can see just how, I mean, it's just instantly so much better. We are going to keep all the machines off of this as long as we possibly can to let it dry up, because the soil underneath, of course, it is still kind of smushy because, you know, this over here is not anything that he scraped. And if we put the heavy machinery on it, Johnny, I think, would be okay. I just would have to be careful, but it will just put ruts in it, and then we're going to have to start all over again. But Jackson brought some up around the corner right here, kind of going the little road back there. So that's all done. This was kind of the point of contention because this is where they were having to make the turn, of course. And so with the tracks and the wheels turning. And so, but we got the ruts out, so that's all good. And then all the way down to the gravel. So that is all done. I mean, got all of this covered. So we are out of the mud. And because it is double hammered, it should hold really, really well. Typically you're double hammered once it forms, like, even, I don't know if you can tell, but like right here where they were running over it, once it gets pushed down and compacted, the water basically will just kind of roll across the top of it. I mean, yes, it will absorb, but it's not going to wash. So that is great. Jesus and Heriberto today were such gracious helpers and took, I think it was almost 2 pallets of the Daddy Pete soil enhancer, which is what we use as our mulch. And mulch, y'all, all the way from here all the way down to the terrace garden. And so does it not look fantastic? I mean, just took out and covered up any kind of red clay right here. Just looks so nice. I always say mulch is like the lipstick or the earrings of the outfit for the garden because it just makes it look beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, if I can get Brenna to come walk through here with me. Come here, Bee. Look who is blooming. Do you see? That's right, my friends, watermelon ruffles. This gorgeous perennial hibiscus, she opened up for the first time today. Isn't it glorious? Just absolutely beautiful. So I'm so excited about that. Of course, just in time for the signature experience because she is loaded with blooms, buds rather. She's loaded with blooms too. You can see the blooms for tomorrow, those little buds, they're in there. So she is just going to be absolutely gorgeous for the rest of the season. Love watermelon ruffles, a great perennial hibiscus from our friends at Walter's Gardens. I planted her last year, so as a 3-gallon shrub that we sell at the nursery, and so she is in, and my gosh, she is gorgeous. And then look at old El Nino right there. That's right, my friends. El Nino is blooming and doing quite lovely as well. No sign of caterpillars yet, so that is great. It is susceptible to the Catalina sphinx moth, I believe it is. And so those caterpillars will kind of decimate the plant if I'm not careful. The BT spray comes in quite handy, and yes, I am using BT spray on it because I want to enjoy my shrub, not the caterpillars. So crucify me if you want to, go ahead. Okay, the other thing that I did was with my roses. So of course we've got the test of the herbavilles that I've just planted this year as a bare root from David Austin. You can see clearly I have not treated her because I've had a little caterpillar, and y'all told me you saw the caterpillar last time. Yes, she's eating the leaves. The chickens are eating the leaves too. It's all right. She's a tough one. So she has one little bloom on her. She's doing great. I did deadhead her. She's bloomed more than once. But I took these little clips. I got these off of Amazon, and they are great to just instantly just go ahead and clip up any kind of climbing, whether it's a tomato or if you've got like cucumbers that are climbing, whatever that you need to kind of quote trellis, then this is a great way to do it. I had used twine before, but this was just a really quick, easy way to get those 2 canes up. So I love that, and I've had those for several years now, so those work great. All right, so let me show you right quick the hanging basket. And because y'all, she is heavy, and so this is why she is still on the ground, because one, she's heavy. I could probably muscle her up, but I also don't want to trample my annuals that are right there. So I'm gonna wait till Jerry's done meeting with the folks, and then I'm gonna have him come help me hoist this up. But this mangave, y'all, she took up the whole pot. I didn't realize how big she really was, how wide she is. This is Moon Glow and has that beautiful blue-green hue to her with those big like splotches on it. Gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And then of course that yellow portulaca popping out from underneath it. I used 4 of them in there. I think they will be fine, because what will happen is that they'll grow from underneath her, and they'll act as like a trailing plant that will come down. Last year I put a mangave in here and then did the fuchsia portulaca, and it was stunning, absolutely stunning. So I have high hopes for yellow. They will do it. Yellow and Moon Glow will do quite well. And then the other thing that I did was also with this rose. This is the Rise Up Ember Rays from Proven Winners. She is in an aquapot light container, so that is that self-watering container from Proven Winners. And so Rise Up Ember Rays is a semi-climbing, short climbing rose that is absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at those colors. There is no filter on this whatsoever. It is just absolutely full of color. You can see where it gets its name from. You can also see, so those of you that don't have these, we'll give you a little lesson here. Oh, she just flew off. Well, I guess that's good. We had a Japanese beetle. So Japanese beetles love roses. I've not yet treated this one. I need to. I've treated everybody else but her. I forgot. Sorry, Ember Rays. But she is in bloom. She is gorgeous. So what I needed to do was, because she wasn't trellised up, so I have this black wrought iron trellis that I've had for years. I think it's like older than some of the kids. I mean, literally for years. I can't put it in the pot because it's the aquapot insert is in there. So what I did is, it's the perfect height, so I just stuck it in the ground at the very back of the pot. Use kind of those same clips that I used on the Tess, and just went ahead and got her trellised up. So when you're looking at it from the front, There you go. So beautiful, absolutely gorgeous rose. If you see an Ember Rays, grab it. It is a fantastic one. Absolutely stunning colors that really do change. I mean, you can see the buds are like really intense color, and then as they mature, they get more of that yellow eye to them. Love it. Oh yes, and then I had Jackson. I have been growing this pot for quite a while now, so I had Jackson go ahead and help me with it because we had the black wrought iron hooks like this. I got them. I've got all these off of Etsy, but it was not going to be strong enough to hold that other container. So I had bought this this hook from Etsy last year, and you can see, let me flip over here, that it has a different kind of, has that underarm to it, so it can really hold a lot of weight, whereas just the little hooks, they would bend down. And so I have, it's the same hanging basket from H. Potter, where I have been growing the red Selenias. Oh my gosh, y'all, they've been sitting on the bench by the garage for, I don't know, a month, 5 weeks, something like that. And so there's 3 of them in there, and then there is a Diamond Frost Euphorbia in there as well. So it should do really, really well here because it will get enough sun for it to give all of those blooms for the Selenias, but it'll get a break in the afternoon. Like now, it's in the shade, and it'll stay in the shade for the rest of the day. And what is so awesome is you can see this from down from the driveway. I can see it from my kitchen window. I can see it from all sorts of different angles. So loving this container. So as always, it is it's never boring around here. There's always something happening and always something going on. But yes, it has been a fantastic day up here. I think Mimi was going to come hang out with me for a little bit, and we were going to come piddle in the garden, do a little this, do a little of that, because like I said, signature experience rapidly approaching. Want to make sure this is all just perfect for our guest. If you have found this fun, informative, inspirational, please like and subscribe to Garden with Creekside. That way you don't miss those 5 videos that we do each and every week. As always, y'all have an amazing day. Get out there in your gardens if you can today. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.